every time from the Regton intro to the main screen it lags, so I run out of Regton intro. But good evening, people. Yes, it's a Wednesday, and yes, it's 9 o'clock, and unfortunately I'm going to inflict you with my drivel again. Good evening, Jackie. Jackie's first on this evening. We've got Rick, Fatful, XP, Pomsey, Tom's on, Detecting the Past, Richard Sherwood, Digger, Ian is on. Hello, Ian. And that's about it. No, Detector Jim Paul has just crept in under the radar. Good evening to you. Radek Hunter UK is on. Kay's digging it is on. Hi, Kay. I'm trying the 3 platform stream again, just because I'm a masochist. It may or may not work. I have got 3 items to give away this evening, and I will be using the bin if you are lucky enough to win one. I'm not sure how it will work when I go to the second camera to see who's won, because it's a different platform, but we'll try our best. We'll give it a go, see how it works. How are we doing, people? Are we all right? And good evening, Anne. Christopher's on, Nick West is on, and M's on. That's Brad. He's on. Hello, that's Brad. I think I've got the message box on screen to load from the bottom. I think we'll see how it works. Fear not, citizens, as I am here, says that's Brad. Good evening, Jim. Kay says, how you doing today, this evening? I'm doing very well despite the awful continuous rain. Still quite damp and windy this end, Kay. I'm a bit better, really coughing. I've got a big spot on my nose before anybody points it out. All right, I'm just going through puberty, okay? And I've got a spot, all right? So don't take, well, you can take the whiz, I don't care. But anyway, I thought I'd mention it just before you lot do, especially Brad, because he'll tear into me, won't you, Brad? John's on board. Digger's Den. Tyson Fury is on. I was a little bit damp this morning, Anne, but it was not too bad. Historical Magpie, good evening to you. Let's nip over to Restream dashboard. We are currently live on Twitch, YouTube and Facebook. There's one sad soul on Twitch. I'm guessing it's Matty. I'm not sure. It's just a load of Restream stuff coming up because it's collecting the chats from 3 platforms and hopefully putting them up on here so you can see. We'll see how it goes. Detect the Past. Yeah, I think I mentioned everybody, so it's not bad. I haven't got stats. Anybody would like to do the job for me this evening? Let's see if I can get the analytics up on the other screen. Yes, managed to do that. 27 people on at the momento. Ian says, Steve, can you do things like time people out? Oh, yes. Yes, I can, Ian. That's Brad's got the exact same spot on his nose, so obviously he would have, wouldn't you, Brad? But there you go. Jim says, not long been in, I think you mean a long day at work. Adventures in Dirt, good evening to you, sir. Thanks for joining us. I am fine, thank you. Digger's Den, found out a coin I found a few months back was Iron Age. That's as old as me. Found in Kent and going to flow tomorrow after this email. Extreme Metal Detecting UK and myself went to the local flow and handed in a few bits and bobs. So we'll get the write-up and the info back when we get the things back in our hot little hands. Michael says, I get mine when I'm stressed. I don't know, I just get mine, they just appear. That's Brad, I don't know. King Sean C, good evening to you. I'm in my second office. I've kicked out the lady who was asleep at the computer last week, and I've moved into the conference room. Hopefully won't miss any comments. That's why you both have a spot on your conch, says Ian. Quite right. We've been doing no tongues, just a nose, between us. So it's all good. King Sean C, great background. Yep, that's the conference room. Rick's here. Mr. Random must be here. I think you crept in. Yes, Mr. Random, Lord Random was on board. I won't mention what I mentioned in a little while and see if he picks up on it. Mr. Buttons is on board. Thanks, Mr. Buttons, for joining us this evening. Let's get all our hellos and greetings out of the way. Hello, Mr. Steve, says Rob. Hello, Rob. Jim says, meant to say I'm not being on long. Oh, see, how long? Sorry, mate. It's probably your fingers, mate. Not quite working. But yeah, okay, mate. Thanks for joining us. And when you got to go, buddy, you got to go. That's Brad's furnishing us with some, well, too much information, really. Digger's Den. Steve, not been out a few days. Good thing in the bag to share. Sorry, Steve, you not been out last few days. Anything good in the bag to share? I've not been out between the two storms, and I've still got my cough, which I apologise for, and I hope whether they might cut out or not, I don't know. That either worked or it didn't. Rob's got one held back. I'll let that go because I've got broad shoulders and I don't care anymore. Do a gold dance, Brad. He's probably doing a gold dance. Historical magpie. That's why he's probably buck naked. You want a pic, Steve? No, it's all right, Michael. You're fine. You can hang on to that. I don't really need to see that. It'll be something which burns in my mind, and I'll never be able to get it out of my mind again. Tony's on board. Good evening, Tony. Tony Haynes, XP Gold Max Power. Hello, by the way. Hello to you. Ian says, send it, Brad. Brad, send it to Ian. Ian's keen to see your naked bod, so send it to Ian, but don't send it to us. Haven't seen WBC at the moment, XP. We'll see how it gets on. You did ask my notice, I know. I thought, shall I put a little bit of the wife's concealer on? And I thought, I can't be bothered. Be a topic of conversation. Yeah, as Kay said, it's not a picture I need in my head. Thank you. Right, Jim's off. Thanks, Jim, for the brief appearance. Much appreciated. And off to Bedfordshire for you, my lad. Have a nice night's sleep. The Southern Searcher, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Mark is on, a new viewer. Mark Cocking, good evening to you. And much appreciated to join us this evening. We normally talk a bit of rubbish before we go into the pictures. We have 6 show you find pictures this evening. I have 3 giveaway prizes and 3 bin prizes, and we'll just see where it goes. We've got no mods except me, so I have the power. Weird British Chick. We were just talking about you. and you appeared. So thanks very much for joining us. I hope you're well. Dorset Diggers, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. 30 people on at present. Would anybody like to do the thumb up and what was the other thing? The monitor we need once a week. Just really need thumbs up and how many on, really. Anybody? Anne, Viper's not on. Let's see if the graphics work. If you're here and you haven't yet, thumb up please, people. If you're lurking, I don't mind you, but just hit the thumb up, that'd be great. John's taken up the mantle, so thank you, John Clayton. If you could just keep me updated with how many thumbs up and how many people are on, that would be brilliant. Thanks, Kay, for smashing the thumb up. Also, while my graphics are working, I'll get me little thingy going here. If you haven't, please consider subscribing. That would be fantastic. Excuse me. Uh, 28 people on. Let me run through the prizes. Had to have a scratch round. Prize number three this evening will be a Suffolk Sifter trio, badge trio. They're metal pin badges, the decent quality. That's prize number three. Prize number two will be a selection of That's Brad merch. And when I say merch, I mean That's Brad wristband and some cards and sticker. That's prize number two. Prize number one, we've still got it. Scott's not on yet. We'll quickly get us out of the way. A coin album. It's a nice dinky little coin album. Got several pages in it with little pockets for your coins, so you can stick all your hammered and gold and silver and stuff in there. And also, if you win a prize, if you're lucky enough to win a prize, you have the option to open the bin. It's a risk because it could be a better prize or it could be a worse prize, if that is at all possible. John says 27 watching, 18 thumbs up. Thank you, people. Ian says if Lawn Blobber isn't on, there should be less moans about the winners. Tony says going through a bucket of old finds from when I first started. Think of a Saxon buckle. Woohoo! Pomsey, hello Mr. Magpies, I finally get noticed. Much apologies. You crept in under the radar, but I've got you now. Thanks for joining us. Bert Allsort, good evening. I don't mind if you're a bit late, as long as you turn in. As long as you're on parade, that's fine with me. Just hit a button, which I shouldn't have done. So we'll just resize myself. There you go, I'm back. Dorset Diggers used to collect badges as a kid. May have to start again for my rucksack. Fine, that's good. So prize number three will be the first prize we do. We work from like booby prize up to good prize. Yeah, Poms, he's always noticed. Tom says has now rented a house at Henley-on-Thames for Detectorist in April with land. We'll give that a quick buzz over. Got to be done. Lou Fatboy Wood, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us this evening. 32 on. Detecting the Past, good evening to you. Kay says you Brits go through your trash finds and have Iron Age, Saxon, Roman and amazing eras. We Americans and the Canadians have a war of 1812, a civil war, and as the such. Fatful says Brad's made a poo-poo. Well, sort of too much information really, Brad, but there we go. Just reading the comments. Right, we'll crack into the pictures in a minute. And I'll need some more for next week, people. If you would be so kind to send any metal detecting related pictures to that email address, or that's the one up there as well. Any coins, any artifacts, relics, anything metal detecting related. I'm not fussy. I don't need to see a picture of that, Brad. Thank you very much for the offer, but you know, you can keep that image to yourself. Suffolk Hunter, good evening to you. New background. Nice, Steve. Earning good money with that extension. Well, I rent the room out. It's been fully booked, and next week's a little. We've got 1 or 2 spaces. So if you need it, give us a shout. Yep, Digger's Den. Any pictures would be grateful because I used everything up this week, so there'll be nothing next week if I don't get any. Doesn't have to be current finds. Could be old finds, pictures of old finds, anything, just to let us have something and have a little chat about it. If you think I should change the format of what I do, please let me know. I'm open to offers, sensible offers. I did see the pinpoint that you put on the Suffolk Sifter chat group, Brad, and I don't think that would be really appropriate to go out live on the stream. John says, I'm doing my last 30 years of cataloguing all my finds and now have a digital microscope camera and high enhanced camera. Going to take me 30 years to do it all. Well done. That'll keep you busy. Yeah, I probably that sort of personal gift, Pomsy, I don't really need. Not in my time of life. 36 watching, 19 thumbs up. Come on, people, there's 36 watching and only 19 thumbs up. Come on, what are you doing? Hit the right button. Steve, there it is. Thumbs up, please, if you don't mind. Right, let's have a look on Restream. There's one viewer on Twitch, there's 35 on YouTube, and in theory there's 3 on Facebook. Okie doke. A-doo-doo. Yeah, naughty word in that message, Brad, so it's not going to be shown. Digger's Den. My wife just said, coming bed smiling said, will do, but can't watch it live. And you two not missing this fun group. Right, well, thank you very much for that. TikTok, I do know about TikTok Tony. TikTok Tony, there you go. I have been introduced to TikTok by the girls, but I've resisted putting it on the phone. Certainly, Kate, any pictures will be gratefully accepted. Thank you. No, you can't see that word, Brad, because that's one of the words that get filtered out. Sorry, Brad. You're going to have to abbreviate it. And even then I might take it out. Trouble is, Brad, no one's saying the comments you make. Skittlewinkler UK, good evening. Josh is on. Josh is in the house. Just trying to find a little feature I've got on here, which I can't find at the moment. Extreme Metal Detecting UK, good evening to you. What about my word? What word? Extreme. You can type it. If it's filtered, it won't show. Or if you type it and I don't like it, that'll be taken off. Give it a go. That's Brad. Yeah, that's what cool is like. I can have a... Brad's typing this stuff was being held and only I can see it. But thanks, Brad. That's like a little personal stream, isn't that? Metal Detecting UK with Metal Detectives of Dorset. Good evening to you. Thanks for dropping in. Josh has lost his hearing. I did check the volume on the mic before I went live. Hopefully that's okay. Bert says, just sent you a picture of an unbelievable second. I won't read it out because that'll spoil the surprise. Ah, got it. Yeah, I can see it. Thank you very much. That'll do nicely. Tom Jr. says, Steve, I want you to give the cup to... Yeah, whatever. Tom, I'll bring the mug to Detectable, and I'll give it to you, and you can give it to whoever you like, mate. That's no problem whatsoever. Sounds okay, says Diggers Den. I think that's just Josh's ears. Kay says good here. I was being serious. Oh, sorry, Josh. I've lost my hearing. Oh dear. I feel your pain. I have temporary deafness in one ear. That's the ear which faces the wife. Mrs. Sifter, shouldn't say that really, should I? But there we go. That's bad. I'm naught. No idea what that means. Just change over drinking vessels. Montague says, am I the only one on Facebook? According to the restream, there is 4 people on Facebook. Let's have a quick peep. Don't like to have too many windows open because that slows the broadcast software down. Oh, John says, damn, Facebook Live lags more than YouTube. I'm sorry, I can't do anything about that, John. Yes, there's John, there's Monty. In theory, there's 4, but I can only see 2. Let's go up, there's comments. No, I'm sorry about the lag, is totally out of my control, unfortunately. 38 on. I'll have a party popper when we get to 40. 40 people, and that's bad. I said FICK and not the other one. Well, that one should come through. It's not filtered. Suffolk Hunter, I should be, well, I'll go to both of them. Well, if I get invited, that is. I've been invited to go to the Spring Detectable by Regton. I should be there, and if I'm in favour, I should be hopefully invited back to the Summer Detectable. So Spring Detectable is a definite yes for me. Yeah, my little cup, my XP Regton is TK, and this is just water, unfortunately, because throat's not back to normal yet. Sorry if you can hear me swallowing. It's the mic. It's far too good. It picks up everything. There's people on here. No. I find Nick. Good evening to you, Nick. Thanks very much. Not yet, Nick. I'm now going to start doing the pictures. I'm about 3 or 4 minutes late. Thanks for joining us. 35 on at the moment. Palmsy said, will you be signing autographs at the Spring Protectival? Yes, there are arrangements to have a different autograph card this season, shall we say. So yes, there will be cards there, and in the unlikely event that anybody wants or will, but you know, hey ho. Scott's on Dirt Diggers UK. Good evening, Scott. I'll be there raising hell. Good job. That's Brad. Might be showing his face at Detectable. Just your face, M, please. I'll let that one through, Suffolk Hunter. You'll have a job stealing all the cards because they'll be behind the secret curtain with Nigel and Marcus. So you'll have a job, mate. You can give it a go. You know, it's up to you. I don't mind. El Campello, Detectorist fillers on. Thanks, Phil, for joining us. We've got about 34 on at the moment. Pomsy, yes, they are free because they are men, but in reality, Pomsy, nobody wants the autograph anyway. So you know, probably never happen. But if you're desperate enough, I will sign it. That's Brad said, I'll just walk in. I bet they don't do anything. LOL, should be fun. Yeah, okay. Give it a go. Suffolk Hunter, new land this time. Is that I don't really know, apart from the fact that they've sold Spring Detectable out as no more tickets available. I don't know the land arrangements, but I certainly won't be killing myself like last year. 15,000 steps a day nearly done me in, so I should probably mooch around in the morning and then just settle in, perhaps having a drink, because it's April and the Big O birthday is a day before Detectable, so I might have a tipple or two. You're probably better on YouTube, John, but the way I do the draw is I'll ask for a number between whatever and whatever, and then I'll freeze my chat screen after about a minute or so, or even less, and then I'll scroll back and I'll use another camera, and it's the position on my screen is the one it is. So yeah, that's the way I get around that one. John says, don't forget thumbs up. It's that button there. I'll press it there and there should be a give this video a thumbs up. Extreme says, yes, some new land, but also some from last year. You mean the bit I walked over where all the gold was with my detector off? That bit, Extreme. Yep. Yes, XP. Yes, I knew somebody wouldn't forget that. I will turn my machine on. I just wanted to do the token field, and the token field was just past it on the right, and yeah, I did literally walk over it. But hey ho, not meant to be. Scott, only celebrities sign autographs. That's fine. That's fine, because you know, you don't sign autographs, just Scott. So I agree. Now, I'm not getting smashed. That's a dead cert. Anyway, I'll just finish comments off and I will start the pictures. Aaron's on, East Coast Detecting. Good evening, Aaron. Thanks for joining us this evening. Part-time detector, Amy. Good evening to you, Amy. Thanks for joining us. Right, let's go over the pictures. I'm hoping the software will work, because it's been a few weeks Let's hit find number 1 and see what's happening. Yep, there it is. Look, sent in by Tom Jr. Answers on a postcard. What is that? M says it's a good free autograph, so he doesn't have any pictures, so we'll have to sign people's chests. That way they can have the tattoo on it, can't they, M? So they'll be permanently signed by yourself. Palmsy says, I'm not signing autographs unless it's on Bep. Yes, well, yeah, you could, I suppose. You could live in hope, but you'd probably go away disappointed. Dorset Diggers, good evening to you, Dorset Diggers. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully I'm keeping on top of the visitors. We've got Benny. Is that Tioz? Benny, how's things going? It's fine with me. Thanks for joining us this evening. Ian says, Amy, I've missed your lives. Are you doing more? Matty's metal detecting South Wales. Good evening to you. Don't worry about it, Matty. I've only just started the pictures. I'll call you Benny. That'll be easier. Southwark Hunter looked like a phallic symbol, I suppose. Removal tool. Excuse me. Well, it's obviously incomplete. Tom, if you're on, if you could let us out of our misery. Amy says her bits will be on the ground. I don't believe that for 1 minute. Pomsy's got his Sharpie ready and poised for action. So watch him. I see your message, Historical Magpie, but YouTube doesn't like the last bit of that sentence. I will, but they don't like that for that coming up, so that is not going to be shown. But yes, I will. I will. Benny says, got an XP dice, been out with it every day, lol, finding all kinds of craziness. I envy you. I haven't been out for about a week and a half. It's been too wet and it's been too windy. Benny, yes, still got a dice on a 9-inch HF at the moment. I've still got the dice. It's the only one I've got if you don't count the Dr. Otech, which is Evie's metal detector. Viper's on. Good evening, Viper. Viper found a Roman coin on Monday and then lost its pinpointer. Oh dear. Good thing it's walking distance from my home. Hopefully find it tomorrow. I'll be using the cord and attaching it to my belt in the future. I do have one of Fat Fool's cords, Rick's cords, or lanyards. It will be in the 1.5k subscriber giveaway if and when I ever hit 1.5. Yes, we are a bit waterlogged, Kate, at the moment. A lot of rivers have been burst and a lot of people are having a lot of pain over this. Oh great, you got some polytunnels. That sounds excellent. Wet and windy sounds like a good night out. What's the day after or the night after, isn't it? Anyhow, is Tom on here? I'm sure he was on. Yeah, he's on. I'm sure he is. I haven't got the information, but I think it's a dagger or a sword handle, probably a dagger handle. If Tom was on, if you can let us know. If not, we'll move on. Anne says, don't be a wuss, Steve. I was out today and yesterday in the wind and rain. I just don't like it, Anne. I just don't like it. Went out today and met the Extreme Metal Detecting UK guys and went to a museum and handed some stuff into Flow. So we'll see what becomes of that. Benny, send me the pictures. If you've got pictures, send them in. I'll go back to big screen if the software will allow. I had to count to about 10, but it does anything. They're sitting there going round, around, around. Right, big screen. Everything will pop up in a minute. I've got to catch up. There's an email address there, Benny. Send your pictures in there. It's duplicated down there. Email is best because I can then whip them straight into a special folder and I don't miss them. If they come on Facebook, if I don't get them, they go for some reason. $37 on. Right, go to number 2. If Tom comes back, I'm sure he'll mention what that was exactly was. Find number 2, sent in by Skittlewinkler UK. Now I apologise if there's 1 or 2 duplicates. I didn't clear the folder out properly, so it may be some old pictures, but I thought I'd give Josh another go. Josh, just enlighten us again if it's already been shown. Kay, we've got a forecast for pretty rubbish weather tomorrow, I think. Yeah, that's the whole idea, Benny. If you send some stuff in that you're not quite sure of, some wise old owls will get on here, and they'll help you out. Just try to see. I know I didn't open the right software. That's why I couldn't do what I was doing. Right, let's see if this works. Lost me a bit of paper now. Had all my codes written down for the software. We'll try this one, see what happens. Yep, that's the right one. There, I've just put the email address, Benny. If you want to use that, it's just come up on screen. Did set up other stuff, but I can't remember for life of me what the codes were now. We'll try that one. Josh says lovely tokens of Elizabeth 1. Extremely uncommon, so I believe it's just a heavily clipped sixpence. Up, Tom's on. It was a shaft of a Roman dagger from year 100. Thanks, Tom, for that. John says, a few years ago, Time Team dug up my mate's garden and found nothing, so we called that show a waste of time, Team. Bert says you'll be surprised he has 3 of them. Pictures, we need pictures. Send your pictures in, need your pictures. Righty howdy, I got number 3. Still doing the mug draw. If anyone's interested, we'll be drawing that next Wednesday. It's the last Wednesday of the month, 38 watching, 27 thumbs up. Thank you, John. Gone Digging, good evening, thanks for joining us. No, I can't remember seeing Divvy on at the moment, Suffolk Hunter. Unfortunately, Jim has had to go off because he had a hard day at work, so he's tucked up in his bed. What I'll do, I'll keep this on for next week. Excuse me, so he can comment on it. But as you can see, it's got a stamp on it, a lovely little butterfly. Okay, Benny, I'll try and remember the code. Let me try that. Yep, just sent me email up again. It should come up. There we go. It's at the bottom now. Viper says many seem to only have basic 1990s C scopes. I often wonder what else I'd find if I had Noxes, Diases, etc. Is a nice flutterby. It's very pretty. I will keep it on for next week because it's a nice thing, and I'm sure Jim would like to make a comment. So we'll move on to number 4. It's sent in by Anne. It's something I had left over in the folder, Anne. I'm not sure if we covered it before. I don't think we did. Are we talking fibula here, Anne? Neil is on Facebook. I just see the comment come up. Good evening, Neil. Thanks for joining us. I think the majority are on YouTube. Let's see what the stats say on Restream, if I can find it. Got so many windows open over here, I don't know what I'm doing. Right, open up yet another one. And the stats are, there's 1 viewer on Twitch, there's 37 on YouTube, and there's 5 on Facebook. Henrik's on, Runestone, 54. Metal Detecting, good evening to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. We're just part way through the Show You Fine section. And there we go. And confirmed by Flo, a T-shaped Roman brooch. Oh, well done, Anne. John says 36 watching and 29 thumbs up. I can see the viewers on the other screen, but I can't see the actual thumb up bit. So you do me a favour there, John. Benny's emailed me. I will have to look at them afterwards, Benny, because I open too many windows. The actual broadcast software suffers and it gets all laggy and blocky, and you don't want to see me do on max headroom. Thanks for that. Sean's on board. A good evening, Sean. Long time no see, mate. Hope you're well. More Harry. Here we go. Same old thing from last week. I bet you wish you were as good as me. I had 32,000 subscribers. Emphasise the word had. Benny said, let me know, Benny, where you are, mate. I'll come and hold your hand. We can come out with me, but I can't guarantee you'll find anything on my permissions. Yeah, email me, Benny. Good one, Rob. Don't know whether the mic cut out. It said it did. I don't know. I'm just trying to defend your little ears from my coughing. Yeah, thanks, Rick. Henrik, it's no problem at all. It's just sitting on the bench here beside me. I'll bring it along with my other gear, and we'll meet up at the detector hall and we'll swap it over. You'll have to pair it with your machine, but yep, that should work well. No, I'm not in Colchester. I won't say exactly where I am, Benny. But give us an email, mate, and I'll get back to you. Excuse me, people. Email sent, says Historical Magpie. I just daren't open another window. Okay, well, it's Historical Magpie's fault if everything go Pete Tong. Let's open up yet another window. I can say yay or nay whether I got your email or not. Historical Magpie subscribed to me. Well, that deserves a popper. That coming under the radar. But what I'll do, I'll ask you, Historical Magpie, whether you like blue, green, or purple, or sort of a pink party popper. And when we go back to the main screen, I'll give you party popper for subscribing to me. Much appreciated. 30 thumbs up, says Anne. Thanks so much. I have got an attachment. I won't say who it's from. It's a metal detecting of somewhere. I'll have a quick look. I'll have a little look. Ooh, that's nice. Nice. Historical Magpie. Don't think I've got your email, but it does take a long while. Stuff coming down into Suffolk is very slow. Right, we're moving on. Number 5. Some reason I've not got who sent it in. Oh, here we go. Sent in by Matty's Metal Detecting, South Wales. Thanks for that, Matty. If you could elaborate exactly what it is, that would be fantastic. Gordon, good evening, Gordon. You're on Facebook. I think majority are over on YouTube. Let's have a look again at stats. There's 1 on Twitch. I'm assuming it's Matty. There's 36 watching on YouTube and 5 on Facebook. So thanks, Gord. Thanks for joining. Very funny, Rob. Christopher says nice Roman denarius. So hopefully Matty's typing furiously away and you're going to fill us in. I'm sorry about the lag, people. I'm watching back on Facebook and it is quite a lag. There's 18 comments which I shall read on the Facebook platform afterwards, but I can get them on the main screen anyway, so we should be good to go. And says stunning Roman silver. Do I like Jack Daniels? That's all right, I suppose. You know. Matty says, yep, sir, Roman silver, denarius, yep. There you go, Benny. You got Scott moving in next to you, mate, so you better hold his hand. Kay says, all the amazing liquors in the UK and you drink the American one. I quite like JD. Do like a single malt, Scotch malt, but there we go. Right, we'll move on. We'll go number 6, the last picture of the evening, and we'll move on. Bit of chat, and we'll do the giveaways. Tom again, there no rudeness, M, because I know what you're going to do. Little naughty word, Benny, but we'll let it go. It's not as naughty as some. There you go, John Gold Poo Donut. Bert says it's really funny when I live culture didn't find a lot of Roman. Too deep down. Chris says, is it ring money? Benny says, Steve, check my email. A pic of a nugget. At the moment, I only have one email with an attachment. Hang on. No, I've got 2 just come in. See, they are slow. I've got one from Rick. Oh, they're all flowing in now. I don't know what's going on with blimey. I think we've got enough for next week, people. Rick sent one in, says stuff. Open immediately, says Tom. Thanks for that. What's the caption on this one then? Oh, for God's sake. Thanks for that. Oh, how I laughed. Yep, Benny, I got it. Oh, blimey, there's quite a few there. Yep, love a job. That'll keep me in pictures for a bit. Thanks for that. Oh, Terry, that's quite a large picture. It just came right up at me. But yeah, looking good. Looking good. Look like someone's eaten a bit out of it. But yeah, thanks, people. It's much appreciated. This is probably the best response I've had for a long while. Historical magpie. That's nice. What is it? Sorry, on the side. I will turn it round. That looks good. I couldn't tell you what it is. It says 2 on top with the 2 shields. But yeah, that's a good one. Much appreciated for that. Rick, there's more stuff. Thank you, Rick. I will use them. And Benny has gone mad. Oh, there's just an email. Yeah, mate. I mean, do have a couple of farms. Really nice finds. Blah, 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 blah. Right. Thank you. I will take up your invitation. If you want me up there, or you're quite welcome to come down on my permission. But I can't guarantee that sort of history where I am, and it's not really a straightforward permission. It's got its limitations, shall we say. Right, just catch up on the comments. Brad's got a bottle of champagne. Might bring it to Detectable. Original emoji model. You want to watch that lead, Benny. Some of that is not good for you. I hope you wear gloves. Trade gold. There we go. Trade gold. Excellent. Benny says, LOL, you think that's a lot? You should see my cupboard drawer, about 1,000 items in there. Yeah, IDing is a problem. I see. It's always good, people, if you send me an email to put your YouTube name on it, because you just can't put two and two together. And if I don't get your YouTube name, I will only use your first name on the live stream, because obviously I don't want to broadcast your real name. Here we go, Tom Jr. Payment gold from the year 400 to 500. Viper says, any LP guys on here able to get me any spring? Yeah, they're sold out online, Viper. I found out today, but I don't know whether anybody can get you in. Rob says £400. PayPal him. And Tom found two of them, which is cool, which is obviously the two on the picture. Cracking fine, Rob. Okie doke. Let's go back to the big screen. It'll take about 10 seconds to make his mind up. Pomsy's got a ticket for 400. I'd sell him my ticket, but I haven't got one. Yep, I got the picture. Metal Detecting UK, Metal Detecting Detective Dorset. Thank you. I remind you, Butler, Blakey, hey. Thank you very much. It's a lot kinder than what I usually get called. Lovely job. I will look at email Historical Magpie afterwards. Yeah, exactly, Scott. After they sell out, everybody wants one. Go out nearly every day, so whenever you can get it is fine. Me, Steve. Okie dokie. We'll have to hook up Benny. If you don't mind me bringing a camera. Okay, unfortunately I've not got any tickets for Spring Detectable to give away this evening, but what I do have, prize number 3, which I'll do first, is a trio of SUFFOLK SIFTER metal pin badges. Bit difficult to get the white one to look its best. The second prize is a That's Brad stuff. There's a That's Brad wristband and some cards and stuff and a sticker. That's prize number 2, and the prize number 1, I'll cheer Scott up, is this album, which probably Josh wants. It's a coin album, people. It's got transparent pages in it with little tiny teeny pockets for all your gold and silver hammered. We'll do that in a bit, and also if you are lucky enough to win, you will have the opportunity to open the bin, but it's a risk because it could be a worse prize, if it could be, or a better prize. And the way we do that, people, is I do have a little woman locked up in a round piece of plastic here, name beginning with A, ending in A, and I will ask her to pick a number at random from 1 to whatever we've got on tonight, and I think on my screen it's 32. Pomsy never struggles with permission. I don't ask because the beach is always free. Not always, Pomsy. Not always. There are stretches of beach around near me you can't go on. And you get told to go away if you do try. Scott says you're going to miss the LP VIP room. VIP room. Jacuzzi, pole dancers, massage parlour, autograph poems and digging brick. Woohoo! Digger's Den says a friend of mine has a tent there, a pencil coin cleaning tent, pop over and say hi to him. Okie dokie. If you got a link, feel free, add it in. Okie dokie, Benny. We do have a Suffolk Sifter bat phone. Numbers up there somewhere. But if you do ring it, I will put you on air. Just to warn you. It's illegal to hold a woman captive. Well, I'm only holding a voice. Just a voice. 31 watching. Right, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Now, the only caveat I have is I'm not sure whether the second cam was going to work, but hopefully it will. I'll have a second camera on another tripod. And if I try not to knock the microphone, place it up here, I can actually physically show you lot the comments I have, and the position on my screen unfortunately is final. We'll see what it is. I'll have to adjust the camera in a bit. So I haven't started yet. That's Brad. You've peaked too soon. So when you see the word go from me, and only when you see the word go from me, I would like you to send single numbers. And it's a number, I better write this down because I'll never remember it. I've got a brain like a sieve. It's a number between 1 and 32. So when you see the go, and we've got a phone call up. Right, I'm going to answer it and I'm going to put you on speaker. If I can find speaker, it's gone. Oh, fantastic. There we go, speaker.
Hear me?
You good evening. Who?
Yeah, you are, Steve. How you doing?
I'm fine, mate. Who are we talking to?
It's Teals Benny, yeah?
Hiya, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad.
You got anything to enlighten the audience with?
No, just basically, you know, it's not always like older people that get into metal detecting and stuff. Obviously, I'm only like 33.
Yeah.
Just kind of started off a new hobby, basically.
Yeah.
And it's pretty interesting things you find and stuff.
Yeah. Well, detecting's done a lot for me. I've had a bout of Bell's palsy, as you probably can see with my eyes and that. And getting out there and that has been a great tonic. And I suppose I've done detecting for about 5 years now. And yep, you're right. It's very interesting. You never know what you can dig up.
Yeah, see, I've always been into, my main background is obviously computers and things like that, so never really thought I'd get into metal detecting.
Yeah.
Saw a guy on a beach one time, and then he told me that he found some gold rings and stuff. So, you know, I had a little look on Amazon, got a Garrett Ace 250,
Yeah.
And straight away pulled out a hammered silver from 1562. So,
boom.
Yeah, so then I thought, you know, might as well go with the Deus and that.
I'll just
learn all the...
Just stop me there. People are typing numbers for the draw, and I haven't started it yet. Have you seen the word? Have you seen the word "go" from me? No. Please, people, stop sending numbers in. I'm having a chat. I'm having a chat on the phone. When I've finished the phone call, don't be rude. We'll carry on with the draw. Back to you.
But, yeah, cool. I just thought I'd call in anyway.
Yeah, it's great. It's nice to hear you've got the metal detecting bug. Which
yeah, very much, man. Especially with the Deus and stuff. There's so many different settings. I keep thinking, you know, I've got the remote with it and stuff.
Yeah.
Just, you know, the amount of different things you can do is just insane.
Yeah, I think stick with one program. What works. I think if the temptation is to always try for a different program, or
I think that is the main. Obviously, if you're quite new anyway.
Yeah.
It's better just to stick with like, I don't know, Deus Fast or something, and just go with that.
Just go with that, yeah. Or if you want all the tones, go with hot. But that is that is quite noisy.
Yeah, then the tones are a bit crazy though. You know, sometimes when you've got 50 different tones going on, it's a bit like, well, what's going on here?
And that's, you got to try and adjust your ears.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, because when I first used it, compared to the Garrett, I was like, you know, it sounds completely different and stuff. But no, it's pretty good. Like today, I just switched from. Don't normally use 4 kilohertz, and I thought I'd just have a little blast on that.
Yeah.
Straight away, pulled out some little Roman coin or something, whatever it is.
Fantastic. Yeah, well, pictures, send pictures in, and we'll put them on here, and we can all have a look.
Yeah, cool. All right, then. Sweet.
All right, lovely. Well, thanks for giving the phone call, buddy, and we'll get on with the draw now, and good luck to you.
Yeah, same to you.
Thanks, then. Cheers. Yeah. Well, there you go. End call. Right. You lot peaked too soon because you haven't seen the word go. Now there's 31 on there, so we need a number between 1 and 31, and only when you see the word go. It's quite simple. And this is prize number 3, the trio of Suffolk Sifter badges. So now you can do your numbers. And what I will do, I will freeze the screen in about another 5 seconds, because if they run off, I won't see the word go, and you'll say I'm fixing the prize. So I'll let it run a little while, and I'll go, that's enough of that, or go stop, stop, stop. So you can stop typing in, and I'm going to scroll back up the top, and hopefully, here we go, the word go. So we'll just wait for the numbers to stop. Oh dear. Right, I think we're stopped. I can't see the live comments because I actually had to freeze the screen. Right, in theory, I can now go over the second camera, cam 2, and you should see. I can't get any closer to it. Let me see. I have to hold it up because it's just not working. Right, I'm sorry about the quality. It's fairly ropey from what I can see on there. So I now asked Alexa, give me a number between 1. No, she's gone off. Alexa, give me a number between 1 and 31.
Your random number between 1 and 31 is 2.
So we're looking for number 2. Number 2 is a winner. I'm sorry about this, people. I don't know if I can make... right, okay. That's not much better at all, is it? That's a bit better. Never worked with children and cameras. Right, we'll get the gist of it, people. I can't see a 2 on there at the moment. We've got Fat Fool at 13, 2 13s. Josh is a 17. XP3, that was very close. Tom's got 6, and then we'll start scrolling. Hopefully, 17. Ian, Dirt Diggers UK 32. We'll look for 2. Remember. Josh 10, Rob 11, Gary, good evening Gary, your new name, 13, we're British Chick 17, 21, here we go, look, Richard Sherwood Digger, on my screen you are the first number 2, so as far as I'm concerned it's Richard. Let's go back to the big screen. Software takes its time for some reason going back to the main screen. So Richard, you got the badges, mate. Let's go back down to live comments. Because you won, you have the option of the bin. You can open the bin, Richard, if you want. You don't have to. It's a risk. It could be a worse prize, believe it or not, than that. Or you can keep the badges, or you can open the bin. So from Richard, I need to see from you bin or no bin. So John says open the bin. We'll see what Richard says. It depends whether you want the badges or not, but just be warned, it could be worse in here. Viper, thanks a lot. Got to go with the bin on that one. Okay, while we're waiting for Richard to say bin or no bin, I think that's Historical Magpie. Subscribe to me. I need to know a colour party popper, or I'll just select one at random. John needs a coin case. Well, it's a very nice little book type thing. Probably won't take a cartwheel coin, but it'll take all the little bits and bobs. It says, Steve, check the text. Someone's in. We all know, really. I've been spammed, have I? Oh, I see. Oh, very funny. Yeah. Yeah, not anymore. Thanks for that, Ian. That's no longer an issue. John says 32 watching, 34 thumbs up. Can't reach you. What I know, we've got to do the bin or the no bin. So we'll be here all day. Got 2 more to do. Tom Ison is on. Good evening, Tom, from Chester. Good evening to you. One who's blocked. Benny says, Steve, if you're on out with you had to bring some lunch. Yeah, okay. I got the drift of that one. Yeah. You'll have to look after me, mate. If I go into a diabetic coma, you'll have to feed me Mars bars. Stans Lad. Good evening, Stans Lad. We're just done the first of the 3 giveaways, Stans Lad. Oh, shall we move on? I'm looking for a reply from Richard. But anyway, Historical Magpie, subscribe to me. I shall give you a purple one. A purple party popper for a subscription live on air. So fingers in your ears, fire in a hole. Thanks for the subscription. Better do a party popper because, you know, in the title it says party poppers and more. And, you know, trades description act and all that, you know, it all get done for misleading people. Okay, we'll move on then. I'll assume that Rich is happy with the badges unless he says otherwise. We'll move on for number 2. Just get myself ready. Number 2 is the That's Brad merchandise. There's a That's Brad wristband. There's some cards and a sticker. That's prize number 2. Still can't see a reply from Richard, so he must have fainted with absolute joy. So we've got 33 people on at the moment, so it's a number between 1 and 33 when you see the word go from me. Rock and roll. You lot certainly can type fast. There were days that I used to have to try and physically look for the number, but my eyes ain't that good anymore, so we'll leave it up to Alexa. Oh, Richard's on now. I need an answer from you, Richard. Bin or no bin? Right, we'll say stop to that, people, in case I run out of screen space, and that would never do. Right, got me word go. That's cool. Right, I'll give you a lot of chance to calm down from the excitement of typing numbers. Just think about it, Richard. Bin or no bin? I can't see it at the moment because I've frozen the screen. Right, still numbers coming up on screen at the moment. Last one I can see is from Richard. No, still got some. Pizza. Right, Scott. Okay, we have stopped, people. So we'll go over. What's that? Bingo. We'll go over to my second cam. There you go. That's my word go there. And we need to ask Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 33. Not talking to me. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 33.
Your random number between 1 and 33 is 25.
25. So 25, you won the That's Brad gear. Can we see 25 on screen? 24, that's close. Or I can see 25 right at the bottom. Haven't got to move my mouse. Ian, you've won That's Brad gear. So there you go. Better write you down. Right, let's go back to a big screen. Count to 6 before it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done, Ian. You've got the that's Brad. I can't speak this evening. My question to you. Let's go to live comments. See if Richard's answered my question. I can't see. All I can see is numbers from you, Richard. I need to know whether you are happy with the 3 badges, or whether you want to open the bin. So, Richard, bin or no bin? Right, Ian's keeping the that's Brad gear. Okie dokie, I'll bung a thing or two in with it. Right, so that's that. Richard's still not said anything. Can you hear me, Richard? Bin or no bin? Val S. Good evening, Val. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Just done 2 of 3 draw giveaways. Benny says, is it actually your house in the background? It's the office where Suffolk Sifter's based. Well, that was last week, was the office with the woman who was asleep at the keyboard. This is the conference room. It's very posh. No, it's not real, Benny. It's green screen. After I've done a draw, I'll swing the camera around, or the second camera, and you'll find out exactly how wonderful and what great surroundings I'm in. I know, WBC. I don't know why you won't answer. Bin or no bin? I'm begging you. South Carolina Relic Hunters. Good evening to you, sir. Thanks for joining us. We have one more giveaway. You're just in with it. We'll move on. I can see nothing from Richard to say bin or no bin. Richard picked and ran. Okay, we've got one left. This is prize number 1. It's a very nice soft covered little booklety thing. It's got pages of compartments where you can put your finds, so you can proudly show off your gold status, your silver hammered, and anything else. That is prize number 1 this evening. He said bin. Where? I didn't see. I've got to see it from him, Scott. I'll have a scroll up. All I can see is numbers from Richard. Got to see the numbers. I've got to see Richard say bin or no bin. I've gone up the top of my comments as far as I can go, and all I can see is Richard saying numbers. So, Richard, let me know. Anyway, that's the last prize this evening. We've got 33 on. So, and when I type go, and only when I type go, I need a number between 1 and 33 to win the coin album. Richard can type numbers, but he can't say bin or no bin. These numbers don't half go. They don't half max my CPU out when you type like that. 98%. Okay, people, that's it. Stop, please. I'm in danger of running out of room on the comments. No, I've made it. You can see me go. I'll just give you a moment or two to stop typing because obviously there is about a 10-second lag, which unfortunately I have nothing to do with. Josh is desperate for this. Hey Josh, you really want this, don't you, mate? Okie dokie, let's have a look on screen. Looks like Richard is the last one in with a number. No. Bert is still firing in numbers. Okay, you'll catch up. Right. Secondary cam, this is for the coin album. Right, there's me go. Just there. And let's see what happens. Alexa, give me a number between 1 and 33.
Your random number between 1 and 33 is 27.
27, right, for the coin album. Let's have a look on screen without moving. Bert says 29. 24, Scott, you could win it back, mate. No, there's not a 27 on there. Let me scroll down a little bit. Looking for 27. Viper says 15. Josh is 13. Stansled 33. Skittlewinkler is Josh 12. Scott is 12. Gary 17. Henrik 13. Benny's 8. Weird British Chick 11. Rob is 23. Matty 16. We're looking for 27. Remember, people? Good job I write these things down because I'll never remember. Christopher Stanley 15. Val S 22. Gary 19. Diggers Den 14. Wouldn't it be funny if we didn't have 27? We've got to do it all over again. Matty 22. Stanslad 10. Runestone 15. 23, South Carolina. All getting close. Look, Rob's on 25. 29, Weird British Chick, you've just gone over it. Christopher 16, I find 8. Viper 19. Oh, it's getting very tense, isn't it? I hope there is a 27 on there. John 3, Scott 19. You're desperate to get this back, aren't you, Scott? Weird British Chick 10. Oh, Rob 26. That's so close. Richard Sherwood, number 2. Treasurehead, good evening, Treasurehead, 15. Viper 20. Oh dear. Didn't no one type 27? Weird British Chick 23. I find 22. Christopher 9. Benny 8. My voice is going. 33, John. 21. 26 again, South Carolina. So close. 27. Oh. Mr. Random. Mr. Lord Random has got this coin album. Congratulations, Mr. Random. There we go. Right, let's hit home, big screen, count to 6 before it works. Go down to live chat so we can see all the murmurings going on. Viper says close, but congrats to Rob. Matty says well done, Rob. WD says detecting the past. Right, so that's Mr. Random. So what we need to know from Mr. Random is it bin or no bin? Could be a worse prize. You never know. Treasure Ed, well done, Rob. Thanks. Who wants it? So Rob doesn't want it. So you've got two choices, Rob. You can either give it away to somebody or open the bin and see what other wondrous things you can win. Or you can draw it again. Up to you, Rob. It's in your hands. Cool. Josh, you should get in there, mate. He's just offering it. Well, Rob says bin, bin, bin. So after he's offered it, he says bin. Free wax in the bin. Right, Rob says bin, bin. Just before Josh says I've been after that coin album for 5 weeks. So Rob, you said bin, bin, bin. Just confirm you want the bin, or confirm you want to give it away, because you said both of them. Vulture, says Benny. Fight, 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 fight. So Rob, I need to hear a bin from you, or that you want to give it away. It's up to you. Bin. So Rob says bin. So Josh, you've crapped out. This is the bin. Rob's given up the coin album. Josh didn't even get a chance to say what it, and you've won a Suffolk Sifter Finds box. Oh, the irony. So the Suffolk Sifter Finds box is that. It's quite a cute little compact thing. It's got some lovely compartments. They're a bit fuzzy because that's the green screen effect, but it's nice, compact, it snaps shut, and it can go in your finds bum bag or whatever you got. So Rob, you've got that. If you still want it, mate. Right, that concludes the giveaways this evening, people. Thanks ever so much for participating. What's the other prizes? Well, I'm assuming Richard is happy with the badges. What are prize 3? Prize 2, Ian 1. That's Brad gear. Rob won the album, but then opted for the bin. Ian, the bin prize for Ian's That's Brad stuff was this. Sorry about the green screen. That's green, and it's going a bit. It's a signed autograph card. So you narrowly missed out having an autograph card, Ian. Well dodged that bullet. And the Suffolk Sifter Trio badges. If Richard had said bin, he would have just gone away with a sticker, a Suffolk Sifter sticker. Right, Rob says give it to Tyson. Okie dokie. Diggers Den Tyson Theory. If you want to give me email me your address. Rob's donated the Suffolk Sifter Fine box. Oh, so many comments. Right. Diggers Den. So Diggers Den Tyson, Ian and Richard Sherwood Digger, please email me your postal address and I'll hopefully get them in the post tomorrow. I've read the message, Rob. Give it to Tyson. Steve, he said, I can have it. Have what? He said, give it to Tyson. Hammers fit through the small lids. Do they? Well, obviously you're not finding big enough hammers, are you? Blimey. You've got to be going something to get through them lids because they snap down. I'll take your word for it, Scott. Just find bigger hammers, mate. Josh is still trying to winkle the prize out of Tyson's hand. Won't work. Does plastic react with hammers? Haven't got a clue, Benny, but they're not in there for long. I'll keep them safe, get them home, and they're out. I'm sorry, Rob, about the lag. You know as well as I do, we can't do a thing about it. That's down to good old YouTube or good old internet fairies. I'm not sure. I never heard about that, Benny, about hammers reacting with plastic. I wouldn't have a clue. I wouldn't have thought so, but there again, I wouldn't have said you'd keep them in there for long. But whether you mean react with the actual plastic pockets of that, I don't know. Anybody know? Anybody heard of that? Mike on Facebook says, "Are you selling scuba gear yet?" Could probably need a bit of could need a boat probably called the Ark. No, we've dodged a bullet down where I am. We've had 2 storms and we've got away with a lot. We're a lot better off than some other parts of the UK. What shovel do I use? I haven't got it with me, but I use an Optimus spade shovel. There's a guy, if you go on the Facebook and search for Optimus spades, there's a guy there which sells spades and he will engrave them for you, and he does a fantastic job. And he was kind enough to send me an engraved one with SUFFOLK SIFTER on, and yeah, for that I am much appreciated. Yep, as Josh says, Optimus spades. Haven't got a link on at the moment, I dare say. If I put it in here, I'm going to get you a link. There we go. Does a cracking job. He modifies these spades. Bear with me, I'll put the link to Optimus spades here. Here we go. That's the link coming up on screen now to Optimus spades. A cracking spades, and he does a really good job. Anything within reason that you want engraved, he can do it. Benny says, got a Roman river. You're thinking about using a snorkel. Well, you've got a dice. You can get a underwater kitty thing with a little aerial on. You can just use the detector. Yep, Richard says, badges are good. Okay, I don't normally keep the addresses people send in, so I always say resend them in. Richard's computer crashed. It's all the excitement, Richard, winning 3 badges. Diggers Den, Tyson Fury, can't wait to meet up with you guys over this year. Are you going to go to the Detectorist in Diggers Den? Josh, do you have his silver sale? No, mate. No, I'm quite silverless at the moment. I've handed all my silver things into the flow this morning. Oh, God. Benny had it, nearly was made a eunuch. Was it a eunuch? By the brambles. John says, night from me, been up 18 hours time for bed. Thanks, John, for joining us. Much appreciated. Thanks for joining in, taking part. Dangly. No, haven't got any antique silver, Josh. Blimey. No, there's no good breaking into SUFFOLK Sifter Towers because there's no silver to nick. Ian says, did you find the owner of the gold ring I danced over? No, I've come to sort of a grinding halt, really. I've worked out who it was the ring was made for, where they got married, where they were buried, and they had 3 sons, but then it all dries up. I can't find anything else out about them. I'm hoping to get in touch with somebody who does that for a living, because I think it would be nice to give the ring back. For people who don't know what I'm talking about, I found a mourning ring, a gold mourning ring, had the date and the year this person died. He was 70. He died in September 1783, and yeah, it'd just be nice to get it back to the family. But I will, if I find the people, I will give it back to them. Oh God, Josh is doing an advert. Exactly. I'll show that message, Rob. It's not a flea market. Any more touting for business, and you'll find yourself on a 300 job. I've got Roman antique silver, says Benny. Viper says, if I get my pinpointed back and spring detector sorted out this year, seems pretty good for me. Viper, unlucky for him, hasn't got a ticket at the moment. They've sold out. Anybody with a spare ticket for spring detectable Viper detecting is your man. Okay, Kay, thanks ever so much. Much appreciate joining us this evening, and appreciate the support, because Kay is one of my patrons. You go cook dinner, and we'll see you next week maybe. Thanks again. Noble? No, that's not noble, really, is it? That's, I mean, like, if I found a ring on the beach that had an inscription in it, I think that's only fair to try and find the people who lost it, really. I thought about having it repaired, because that's just a little bit bent and cracked, but I thought, no, maybe not. Still got to ask Steve. It's hardly about metal detecting either, usually. Oh, I find. Is he off? Are you off, Nick? Did I miss you going away bit? Don't know if I missed Nick's good night one or not, but no, we're off. There we go. Great stream. Thanks very much for your kind words, Nick. Thanks for joining us, and you have a good night. I shall give it another 5 minutes and I'm out of here. What's everybody's best Roman finds? I've got a Roman thistle brooch, which is the worst for wear. I've got quite a few Roman coins, but obviously, you know as well as I do, they normally come up fairly toasty. I've got some really good nick Roman coins, and I found a little Roman, I think it's a posy ring, sort of made to look like the Roman armour. That's quite good. But yeah, I'm looking for a fibula if I could find one, but alas, not yet. Brad's got the need for speed, so Brad's off. Thanks, Brad, for joining us. Much appreciated, mate. Whew. So look, how many people we've got on here at the moment? Must have all gone down now because the fines are gone, or the giveaways are gone. Still got 27 people. Anybody got cause for me to let another party popper go? Need to run out of drink, so I've got to go. Scott's 40 away from 2k. Well done, Scott. That's really good. Oh God, Stan's lad cleaned the mud out of a lead powder measure this week, and there was a gunflint in it. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. XP's off. Thanks, XP. Much appreciated. You have a good remainder. Ian reckons I should give myself a party popper because I'm back properly. My question to you, the 24 people, is: do you like this format? Are you getting bored with it? Do you not like part of it? Is there any improvements I can make? Let me know. I'll just pump my mug. We have a mug giveaway, a monthly mug, a Suffolk Sifter mug giveaway. It's up there. I'll just show you the screen. I didn't like to push it too much. This is the screen. It's a February mug draw. Every month I give a Suffolk Sifter mug away. All I ask in return is a minimal donation via PayPal me, and you'll be entered in the draw. We have Ken, History Hunters and Finds, El Campello, Tom Jr., Josh has got 3 tickets, John Clayton has got 5, excuse me, AT Prozac's got 2, and Aaron, South Coast Detecting, has 2. If you would like to be in the draw, all you got to do is PayPal me just a small amount, you know, £1 or something, just to enter you in the draw. It helps with the P&P for the GAW prizes and also covers the cost of the mug. That's all I'm looking for. So if you're interested, it's PayPal me at Suffolk Sifter. If I can remember the code, I think it's that. No, it's not that. No, hitting the wrong box. I'll try and give you the link if I can find it. Now, as I've lost my code, I don't know what's going to come up. No, that's the merch store. I'm not trying to be doing a blatant advertise here. I just genuinely can't remember. Oh dear, that's the trouble having 3 windows open. You don't know which one you got to type in. Here we go. Found it. It's the exclamation plus. So the link on screen now is the PayPal, or it should be a link. It's not actually coming up as a link. Maybe cut and paste. I think there should be. Oh, that should be a workable link. If you're interested, PayPal me a little amount and I'll put you in the draw. You can't enter the draw next week. Next week is the last Wednesday of the month, and that's when I'll be in the draw for the mug. And we'll do it the same as we always do, depending on how many numbers we get for the draw. I should just ask Alexa and she will pick a number. Josh says some items weren't Hallmark.
That's my number enabled.
Oh dear.
Do you want to open it?
No. Oh God, Digger's Den, cold as heck outside, and a damn dog, LOL, a big garden, he's gone missing, oh dear. Right, I'm going to wind this up now, people. It's 1:45. I've got 22 people on. I'm going to say good evening to you. I'm going to say thanks ever so much. If you do need an entry in the mug draw, do the Suffolk Sifter PayPal me link, and I'll add you to the screen, and we'll do the draw next week. So thanks everybody for joining me this week. We'll see you next Wednesday, 9 p.m. UK time. Got to be careful here because this button actually cuts it off dead. So thanks everybody, much appreciated for your support, and we'll see you. I'll do the finger for Ian. We'll see you next Wednesday, 9 p.m. UK time. Thanks for your company.